My friends, today I have a bit of an announcement for you all, as well as investigating some records in a very unusual game. Firstly, I'll address the fireplace in the room, as you can hopefully see that this is a bit of a tease for the new fireside setup. Indeed, my friends, I'm in a place again where I can record firesides very soon, and I have a whole slate of them to keep you warm and cozy this winter. The first one will probably be about this worst N64 controller, the Super Pad, but an amazing record that was achieved with it. And there are many, many more firesides that I'm keen to record and share. You know, the old fireside, God bless her, was the old family cabin, which unfortunately left the immediate family within the last few years. Now, this time last year, I was able to do a few firesides from a temporary location, which was nice and all. And right now, I'm here besides this new fireplace location. And I'm very happy that this one is actually a wood-burning stove. And you know, these wood-burning stoves, as they're technically called, they can be a bit pricey. So before we get to that slate of firesides coming soon, we're going to do one more thing and dive in today, exploring some world records and gameplay in perhaps the internet's most notorious and infamous game. You'll see what game it is, my friends. Let's take a look.
Here we go!
And indeed, my friends, it's none other than Raid Shadow Legends, which I'll be playing and even attempting my first ever speedrun right here in today's video. And you too can try out 2 epic champions when you download the game with my link or QR code on screen. So check it out, my friends, with my link or QR code, 2 epic champions, get UDKING for the Ultimate Death Knight. Oh, and if you'd prefer another champion than Ultimate Death Knight, there are 5 other promo codes you can use for a free legendary champion for new accounts. I'd recommend Tagoar, since she's a Void champion, which are quite a bit more rare. Anyways, that's that. Thanks, Raid, and onwards we go. Alright, let's open some shards, shall we? And I have quite a few shards here, I'll say. 6 sacreds, which are usually considered the best in the game, because they have a great chance of opening a legendary. 12% chance, that's pretty good. Primals have a small chance of getting a mythical, which are absolutely insane. I've been lucky to pull a few. Who knows what we'll get tonight? Because the Void champions are their own affinity and they're not affected in a rock, paper, scissors scenario with these other champions. So they're very strong and unaffected by others in that way. I've actually never pulled a Void legendary, so there's a 0.5% chance per pull on that tonight. I'll be happy with some Void epics at 8% there. And we have 26 ancients, which is a ton. This is going to be insane. And not only that, but there's actually a champion chase tournament in which you get points for opening shards and getting champions, which is insane. So I should be able to climb the ranks here and get quite a few rewards. Especially as one of the first things we'll do, I'm going to summon, I've been summoning Gerda here, who I got enough fragments for. So let's do that. And that'll give me a ton of points. So there's a legendary champion, Gerda, Bog Brew, pretty amazing. That'll be a cool one to mess around with there. And as we can see, we've gotten a ton of tournament points just for that. In fact, I've already, leveled up to claim this reward of the Soul Stone. So let's do that. Okay, wonderful. Now, what shall we start with? I kind of want to start with the Voids. I'm really hopeful on a couple pulls. There's one in particular that's even just a common pull. The Void Coldheart, and I still don't have her, and she's, one of the better rare Void champions in the game. Now you see there's all these other Voids. I can pull many others through the categories and all the factions. But I'm hopeful, 6 Voids. Let's see what we get, baby. Let's do one by one and see what we got. So rare, we have Centurion. I think I already have him. He's okay. Let's see what else we get. Another rare. Ifrit. I don't know if I have an Ifrit, so that's interesting. Let's see how good he is and play around with him. Another rare. Eviscerator. I thought for a second it might be Coldheart. She's okay. That's decent. Let's pull another. Another rare. Come on, we need an epic, baby. So I definitely have a skeleton And I have him leveled up pretty insane, so that could be useful one way or another. Let's see what we got. Oh, another rare. Are we gonna get, let's see if it goes 6 for 6 rare skirmisher. I have a few of her. Could level her up, we'll see. And come on, baby, let's get something good here. Son of a 6 rares. Teryx, I am working on a Teryx, so that could be useful to have two of the same for one or two reasons. So there we go. Okay, so we pulled the voids. Unfortunately, no epics or legendaries. That's okay. We have two primals. Again, the primals, you know, there's similar distribution, more of a chance of epic, and even a small chance of mythical. So let's see what we're gonna get from these two primal shards. Rare. It is Bone Knight, you know, not amazing, but you know, they can be useful in their own way. So let's take another look. Let's see what we get, baby. An epic. Drake. I don't think I had Drake actually. So that is good. Anytime you get a new epic, that is good. So I'm probably gonna at least take him, certainly to 40, maybe 50 or 60. That's good stuff. So we got one epic so far. Let's go take a look at our champions here and scroll down. Down here we got our Mr. Drake. I definitely did not have Drake, so that's cool. Yeah, most of these voids I opened, unfortunately, I did have already. So that's, you know, that's the way she goes sometimes. I still have 6 Sacreds, which I'm sure we're going to get something epic from one of the 6 Sacreds. So let's take a look at our tournament points here now. We're still climbing. Oh, we got a rank 4 chicken. That is a very good thing to get. And look, I'm already climbed up to 5th place in this tournament for some rewards. I'm probably going to climb up actually much higher once I open these Sacreds. So that's going to be sick. But we still have 6 Sacreds left, and they are by far the best shards in the game. And look, today, because there's this event going on, I have a 12% chance of getting a legendary. Now, through 6 shards, it's probably about 50% chance I get a legendary. Either way, they're all epic, which is really good. So let's start opening these and see what we get. All right, let's see what we got here. We got an epic, and it is Siege Hulk. Let's see what else we get. Another epic. Grunch Killjoy. I definitely do not have this guy. Alright, we got 4 more. Let's see what we got. Another epic. Another Ogren Tribe. Wuzgar. I don't think I've ever seen this one either. Okay, 3 more. Let's see what we got, baby. Another epic. This one is Theresk. Like Teresa, but with a C. Quite a cool looking champion. Crossbow, attack champion, glowing shoulders. Cool. I've never seen her before. That's interesting. 2 more. Let's see what we got, baby. Another epic. This one is Sandlash Survivor. I do have one, so I know what she does. An orc. Wow, there we go. We popped all those shards. That's truly remarkable. Let's see where we are at in this tournament now. Champion Chase. Wow, we got all the way up here. Wow, we're in 2nd place now. We'll see if that holds overnight. Oh, an epic. Let's see. Oh my goodness. Rector Drath. Believe it or not, this is one of the better epics in the game, especially in Knights Revenant, a faction that I've kind of been lacking in. One of the best ones. I mean, look at these ratings in Faction Wars especially. Let's take a look at, I'm definitely going to take her to level 60. That's a really good pull. Let's see. Attacks 1 enemy. Chance of decrease attack debuff. That's good. Heals all allies. Any healing is great, and perfect veil, so they can't be targeted. For 2 turns on all allies with full HP. 15% continuous heal on allies with less than 100% HP. Revives an ally with 60% HP. That's so good. And puts a perfect veil buff on them, so they can't be targeted immediately after getting revived. An ally gets a turn under veil or perfect veil, heal them by 10%. And resistance in Doom Tower by 55. I'm told that's a really good pull. I'm gonna put her to level 64. Sure, probably one of the better things I'll pull tonight. You know, it took a bit, but we got it. That's a really good one. So that is epic, and an epic champion. Alright, so check this out. Now, naturally, as a speedrunner, I'm going to attempt some kind of Raid Shadow Legends speedrun, but I'm going to kind of make it a double whammy by also doing something useful for my account here. So the best pull we had yesterday from the shards was certainly none other than Rector Drath. Now this is a very, very good champion of the Knights Revenant faction. I've given her some equipment here already, but we're probably going to do a bit more with that possibly later. And I need Rector Drath because my Knights Revenant crypt in the faction wars is not doing so well. You know, I've only completed 43 stars of a maximum of, 63, which I've completed the whole crypt with some other factions. I'm at 60 with the Dark Elves, doing well there, but I'm quite far behind with the Knights Revenant. I need a better Knights Revenant champion, and luckily I got one in the Rector Drath. So what we're going to do here, I'll show you what we're going to do. We're going to take her, and we're actually going to upgrade her level right now using these XP brews. It's going to cost us a bit of silver here, but we're going to put her to level 50. Now I'm going to upgrade her rank. I've already leveled up these champions to use as chickens, level 5 chickens. So now I can take her to rank 6, which is pretty good. Okay, so now she's rank 6, but level 1. I'm going to ascend her. I've already won these potions. So we're going to ascend her, which is awesome. She's like, maxed out in that regard. We can give her a Knights Revenant banner. I'll give her this one with resist on it. We're just going to instant upgrade this. Should be able to get to level 12 here. Alright, pretty good. Okay, so she's going to be coming along just great and dandy, which is wonderful. Now, something I noticed when looking at the world record rankings on our favorite rankings website, speedrun.com, is this interesting sort of times we see for the campaign mode of this game. On easy, we have the world record here of 11 minutes, 54 seconds. On hard, it's 14:54. But on brutal, it's 13:49. This to me suggests, now brutal is a harder mode than hard, this to me suggests that this 14:54 may not be all that optimized. It makes sense for this to be a faster time than brutal. So 14:54 is the goal we're going to have in mind here. How close can we get to this? Can we beat this? And what we're going to do in particular is we're going to try to play the campaign mode with Rector Drath and level her up as far as we can to get her close to level 60 so I can use her in the faction crypts. Alright, cool. So go to battle, go to campaign. We're going to go on hard mode. We're going to start on stage 1-1, the Kirok Castle, battle 6. We're going to go with Kale, who's my sort of standard nuker, as you call it, someone who can really do a lot of damage to all the characters at once. So we're going to Kale and Rector Drath. I'm going to hit the start timer, and we're going to go and see what happens, baby. So let's do it. Let's roll. We're on auto, and we're just going to see Kale just pummel through. We'll see Rector maybe get a turn here or there, but it's mostly going to be Kale pummeling through. I've got him maxed out with great speed, and so we'll hit next. You just keep on rolling next start. I've got to be more on the menuing there. And, I mean, let's see. 14:54 is the record. The second place was 18 minutes or something. So let's see what we can do. Just tapping next, start. Oh, look, we got it. It took me one or two levels to get it down. But in this bottom right corner, especially on the third try here. There we go, Rector's got a turn. She put a veil on Kale, pretty cool. Keep on rolling, baby. And let's see how long this is going to take. I'm very curious. It'll be remarkable even. I think people will be stunned and amazed when they see, me submit anytime to the leaderboards in Raid Shadow Legends on the speedrun.com ranking system. That'll be pretty cool and remarkable. Oh, but there we go. Rector Drath got in the shot there. And, I'm sure there are more refined strategies we could do. maybe over time. Who knows how things will pan out in the future. But, you know, checking out the strategies of the game, who is the fastest champion, what's the right equipment to use in order to get the fastest amount of speed, you know, how exactly can we do it to optimize the game? And I think Raid has actually really never seen too much of that. Well, here's a boss now here, the boss of K-Rock Castle, one-shotted with my very powerful kill. Oh my god, I messed up. It defaults to the last characters you used when going through this dungeon. I mean, it's still fine speedrunning-wise, but I want to edit the team to put back in my Rector Drath to level her up. So we're going to edit the team. We're going to unclick these guys. We're losing a bit of time here. That's okay. We're back in, and it's all good. Okay, nice. So this is probably... Hopefully I clicked the right... I might have clicked replay, actually, to do, you know, course 2, stage 1. That's okay. These are things, you know, you make mistakes in speedrunning. They cost you time. Too hard. There we go. We're rolling through it. And now we're in the sewers here. And Rector Drath is coming along with Kale, and we're rolling through. I would love to see how exactly these speedrun strategies, you know, what if we maxed out this game? What if people really started grinding it in terms of a speedrunning game? What would it look like? How would it feel? You know, who knows? Oh, there's Rector giving Kale the Veil, and we're cruising on through here, baby. Let's keep on rolling. There we go, and look, the timer 1450, 1, 2, 3, 54, and that is the best known time of beating this entire campaign on hard mode. That's pretty impressive. I got to the boss in chapter 7 of 12, so he was almost twice as fast as me. And you know, what can you say? It's just quite remarkable sometimes the way these things, you know, look, no one's gonna get a world record on their very first try of speedrunning anything, and I think that's a big takeaway. You know, I kind of thought, you know, how popular is speedrunning in Raid? And you know, obviously there's a handful of people who have submitted records, but so I kind of thought they would be very unoptimized and almost first tryable, and it seems that frankly I was incorrect. Alright, here's the final stage, the boss of the Brimstone Path. Let's see, we're going to get ready on time here as soon as the boss is defeated. And here we go. Let's almost there. And there it is. 27:31 is how long it took me to beat the campaign mode on hard difficulty. And look, I have a pretty decent squad of teams, a lot of leveled up characters, a lot of champions. You know, I was only using my Kale, plus I was attempting to level up Rector Drath, but I'm still impressed really at how good the record is. It's almost twice as fast as this time. So that's pretty amazing to ponder. Now, this was not all for naught. You know, I did level up Rector Drath now to 44. We're going to get her to 60. And, oh, look here, we got some, you know, Gear Hunters event. We got to the next level in this in-game event. Got some very useful potions there. So I could get her level 60 for 500,000 silver, which is not bad. I think I'm going to do some auto runs and set those up. And then we'll come back and see how much closer we are. Alright, check this out. We're on stage 19 of the Sacred Order Faction Crypt, and we might actually win. We're looking pretty good. I just kind of loaded up the game today and did a bit of grinding, a bit of equipment upgrading, and things are looking good here. Oh my goodness, I might even 3-star it, which would be quite remarkable. Let's see if we can get through this Seeker is the champion here that we're trying to defeat. But we're looking good. We're 5-on-1 at this point. And there we, oh my god, we did it. 3 stars in the Sacred Order faction. If we go to the map here now, check this out. I was only at like 51 stars on this in the Sacred Order crypt earlier. I gained a lot of stars, and look, now we can cash in this rank 5 chicken. Hugely important in order to level up our next champion to rank 6, which is, you know, where they need to be. So that's amazing, amazing news. And look, we're very close to getting this next sacred shard there, which is really epic and cool. You know, all in all, as we can see, you know, I've been playing Raid on and off for quite a little while now. Got a lot of good champions. I'm at a fairly high level. And, you know, it's a fun game to click around on. Oftentimes I'll have it on one monitor while I'm editing or doing something else, watching YouTube. And, you know, it's fun to grind away, level up, click away, and, you know, see how you progress through the game. You know, we can see my boys in here are dominating this clan v clan tournament. We're gonna get a pile of rewards. Already got these, and hopefully get a pile more. So it's always fun to grind away and get some cool stuff and keep on playing. So remember, you can click the link in my description or scan my QR code on screen to get amazing bonuses like the huge starter pack with 2 epic champions, Drake from the Lizardmen and then Tagoar from the Orc faction once you hit level 15. You can use any one of these codes to get a free legendary champion, and I'd recommend code DESERTQUEEN for Tuhanarak since she's a void champion, which are quite a bit more rare. If you download the game, you can join the truly amazing clan, JVNE, where me and the boys are grinding away. A huge thanks to Raid for supporting this video. Stay true, my friends, and I will see you in the next stream or video.